Good afternoon, Rafaat. First of all, can I ask you to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Good afternoon, Angela. I'm lovely to meet you, and I'm really excited to be here. Yeah, so I'm originally Indian. I was born in a small village in Bihar. I would say I'm a family man. I'm a proud father of three beautiful children. I'm also a proud husband, married to Aisha for 31 years. And I would describe myself as a good family man.
Great. So, how did you meet Aisha?
Well, that's a long story, but it is a traditional arranged marriage. Uh, Aisha's auntie knew my mom and my sister, and they introduced us. And back in 1991, my niece won a sweepstake. At that time, I used to live in Abu Dhabi, and Aisha was living here in London. And in that time, British Airways was running a sweepstake about two free travel tickets to London. And my niece won that, but because she was under 18, she couldn't travel. She gifted those two tickets to me. Then me and my sister flew to London, met Aisha, and that's how we met. It was pure luck in that way of winning a ticket. And that's the only time I've won something for free.
That's fantastic. So, tell me then about your children. How many do you have?
I'm blessed with three beautiful children. They're really amazing. The oldest one is 28, the middle one is 22, his son, and the youngest one is 18. The two of them are at university. The eldest one is moved out, and she has her own job and her own flat.
Okay, so it's just you and Aisha now at home.
Yeah, we are empty nesters at the moment.
Okay, and how are you adapting to that? Are you enjoying it?
In a sense, we miss the kids, absolutely, but also we enjoy the thing that when we need to go somewhere, we don't have to keep waiting, get ready, get ready, get ready. We can just set a time and go.
Okay, so much more spontaneous now then.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Excellent. So, Rafaat, can you just give me a brief history of your work background and Lifescience Dynamics and how that came about?
So I actually went and did an undergraduate in the US. And there, after doing the undergraduate, I worked in marketing in McDonald's Corporation. And after working in McDonald's Corporation in marketing, I worked with Pepsi Cola International, also in marketing. And after working with McDonald's and Pepsi, I came back to the UK to do an MBA. And during the MBA, Eli Lilly and Company came into the campus, and they recruited me. And I worked 7 years at Lilly. And after working at Lilly for 7 years, I founded Lifescience Dynamics in 2004.
Okay. And what made you start up Lifescience Dynamics?
After I left Lilly, I worked for another consulting firm. And in that consulting firm, I realized there was a gap in the marketplace in early notice in the UK market, especially around the customer satisfaction, customer service, and putting customer in center and front of everything. And I took this opportunity to set up my own consulting firm.
Excellent. And tell us, where are your offices located?
We are a global company. We are here sitting today in London, right in the heart of London. And this is our headquarters. This is the largest part of our UK team. But we do have offices in Boston, New York, San Francisco, and Toronto. And during the lockdown, people went virtual. So some of the offices are still virtual, but we have team in these, both in Canada and United States.
And how would you say, Rafaat, that the company has developed or changed over the years?
What I would say, the company has grown from strength to strength. And the core value of the company of equality, fairness, and justice, treatment people with dignity and civility, respecting people, giving the people the opportunity to voice their opinion, that hasn't changed. The core value hasn't changed. Even the core contract that I originally wrote in 2004 in terms of the variable bonus and bonuses hasn't changed. But what has changed that we have become, over the years, by learning, by making mistakes and learning from our mistakes, we have perfected the art and craft of competitive intelligence, of market research, of market access. And we have earned a reputation as one of the most ethical and companies out there, and for highest quality premium company.
And what would you say is your proudest achievement to date?
I would say, coming from a humble background from a village in India, who did not go to the school till the age of 12, who did not know how to add and subtract till the age of 12, who did not know how to read English till the age of 12. I come from really abject poverty. To be able to drive through Buckingham Palace to meet Her Majesty the Queen and to win the Queen's Award for Excellence was the proudest moment of our lives.
Excellent, excellent. And what would you say have been the biggest challenges you've had to overcome?
The biggest challenge, I would say, has been around people. When I started the company, because we had positioned ourselves as the high quality premium consulting firm, and therefore we needed a really world-class team. To attract the team members who are really world-class to join a startup was very, very challenging. And when they did join us, it became more challenging to just keep developing them, keep incentivizing them. So people has been the biggest challenge of our business.
And what would you say is the biggest strength of your company right now?
I would say the biggest strength of our company is our people. We are in people business. People are our reputation, people are our asset, people are our finished good, and therefore the people who are world class and they are our asset, and they are biggest asset of our company.
That's really great. So Rafaat, tell me a little bit more about Lifescience Dynamics. What is Lifescience Dynamics?
We are award-winning international consulting firm. We help pharmaceutical companies bring drugs to the market, and we are a decision support company helping all the pharmaceutical companies and biotech companies realize their dream, unlock their potential of their assets. And we do that through our 3 practice areas. So first is market research. And market research is very much about understanding where the market is today and where the market was yesterday from the healthcare professional's perspective or the patient's perspective, and very, very much what is today and what has happened. Once we know the today and what has happened, then the second bit is the competitive intelligence, which is what is going to come in the future, what is around the bend, how can you see around the curve? And that's where competitive intelligence comes in. Whereas market research is focused on the healthcare consumer, which is a patient, or the giver, which is a physician, CI is very much focused on the companies who are playing in this market, the competitors. And once we know the past, the present, the future, the third area is market access. Once our companies have an asset, which is they know what is the market, it is a fantastic asset, and they are going to bring that to the market, but they need to know whether people could afford it, whether this will be reimbursed, whether it is a quality of health issues and all those others. And that's where market access comes in. And in market access, we talk to the payers, ex-payers, healthcare policymakers, and try to navigate through the access. And the aim of market access is to make sure that whatever indication, whatever medication is available to patient on demand.
And Rafaat, what would you attribute the company's success to?
I would say quality, quality, quality. From the day one when I set up the company, I wanted to make sure that we have the best quality possible. And the only way we could do it is through our people. And when I say quality, so that means that we are very selective. 90% of people fail our interviewing process. That means we do not hire anybody with bachelor's degree in the consulting practice. We aim to have 75% of the people PhDs from the top universities. We do not hire anybody with non-life science background, and there's a lot of investment in training and coaching and mentoring and developing our people.
And what would you say is the purpose or the big vision of Life Science Dynamic?
The big vision is we are here to help humanity. We are all united by one glue, which is helping the humanity. We help the humanity by helping our clients bring really life-threatening medications and treatments to life-threatening diseases. And when they do bring those diseases and conquering diseases, when they do bring those assets to the market, those assets, after 8 years, 10, 12 years, they become generic or biosimilars. And thereby, then they become available to billions of people who could not afford those medications today. And given that we are living in capitalist society, there is a risk and reward. And unless somebody is willing to take a risk, those kind of medication will not be developed. Those kind of therapeutics cannot be developed. So we have to pay upfront, and that's why 8 to 10 years of patent. But when I go to the bed, I sleep well because I know that in a small way, we are making a small dent into humanity by helping bringing those medications to the people who would not otherwise have those treatment today. And we are bringing hope to billions of people.
And so, thinking about the company culture of Life Science Dynamics, how would you say it is different from that of a traditional corporate company?
Yeah, first and foremost, we are 100% private company. I chose not to have any private equity money. I chose not to have any partnership. The reason for that is whenever you take somebody's money, it comes with conditions. Whenever there is a partner, they have their expectations. And most of those expectations and conditions are around squeezing the people on the ground floor, second floor, and third floor. And I aspire to be a compassionate entrepreneur. As a compassionate entrepreneur, I'm very much focused on making sure that we do not have a culture in the company where people working 65 hours or more per week, or anybody is rewarded or promoted based on the billable hours. Anybody is rewarded and promoted based on how much revenue they are generating or winning. So all of that is very different because we are a family company, we are a human company. We have feelings, we have our own soul. It's all about collaborative participation, supporting each other, being kind and listening. But at the same time, we are also very entrepreneur. There's a lot of empowerment to the employees, and we have open door policy, flat organization, 24/7 access to me and my wife, to anybody, 365 days a year. So I aspire to make a firm which is a fair company where everybody is judged for performance and other things based on the data and merit, and it's much more collegiate feel.
So, Rafaat, in your opinion, what do you believe keeps your employees happy?
There are many factors for employees are happy. And of course, we cannot make everybody happy because everybody individually is different. But first and foremost, I lead by example, and which is open and transparent communication, being fair, giving credit when credit is due, and above all, saying thank you. Thank you for the hard work. Thank you for being with us. And we are blessed to have really amazing people. And also developing a career ladder, a career path, so that they know how they can develop and in each of their roles. And in terms of ability to give fair opportunity to everybody. In terms of other things that we do is our benefits are beyond ordinary.
So tell me a little bit more about that. How are they different?
So first of all, we have multiple benefits. So for example, if you take example of president's bonus, which is a spot bonus, and people nominate for that. And whatever benefits we have it for everybody. There is no that a C-suite has a different benefit or different people have different benefit. So in terms of the variable bonus, it increases with tenure, longevity. In terms of, we also have birthday benefits. So on the birthday, they again it increases with the tenure and longevity. So there is a monetary value plus the holidays on birthdays. We have access to the priority launch. And of course, there is a pension and the healthcare and dental and vision and the travel insurance and various other benefits.
And how do you motivate people to go the extra mile?
The main thing is that our people who have passionate about the science, we all get the when the client says thank you, and clients are impressed. So whenever we dazzle the client, that's our fuel, that's our motivation. But from time to time, we also have retreats. So we are planning on doing a retreat this year in 2022. We have an amazing Christmas party. We have different social events to motivate people. But of course, also there is a regular update and communication with the team. So we have annual planning, media planning, quarter 1 and quarter 3 town hall meeting where people have opportunity to ask questions. So there are multiple things we do to motivate people.
I'm fascinated by the retreat. Tell me a bit more about that and what you're planning this year then in terms of a retreat.
So most of the time when we have done retreat, we have gone abroad in a resort. So the first retreat we did was Cape Cod in Massachusetts. And then we went for whale watching, and we are very fortunate that we had 19 unique whale sighted on that day. And it was a lovely day.
Sounds fantastic.
But the last retreat we did, it was in Turkey, in Bodrum. And all of the retreats we do all inclusive. So unlimited drinks, unlimited ice creams, snacks, food. Basically people have to put their wallet at the locker and just go out and enjoy themselves. In Turkey, I was set up by my team. I'm not a very good swimmer, so they had. So they encouraged me to get into the water, which I did after all the shouting of everybody. And then what I hadn't realized that once I was water, I was a bit, I can swim, but I'm not a very good swimmer. Anyway, while I was swimming and all that, all of a sudden I felt that I was going to die. What happened was I felt because I'm a board on my head, I felt really sucky and slimy and slippery thing. For a millionth of a second, I thought I'm going to die. And what it was an octopus.
Oh, dear.
So my team had organized with the people, with the captain to dive in and get the octopus and put on my head.
Oh, my goodness.
But we had loads of fun meeting people. And this year we are trying to see whether we're going to go. We have to factor in so many things, like weather, temperature, etc.
Excellent. Sounds like fun. And are these retreats open to all employees?
All employees.
Excellent. And how well received are they?
Well, people who have left Lifescience Dynamics, they still talk about it. So that is one of the highlights.
Been a success. Excellent. So what do you expect from your employees at Lifescience Dynamics?
I expect them to leverage their science. First of all, we are a highly ethical company. We expect, and touch wood, thank God, we never had any issue in 18 years with any unethical issues. But we expect that everybody will have highest moral standard and comply with all the ethical standards and things like such as non-compete or the firewalls or anything like that. So that's one. That's given. Secondly, they have to be able to treat other colleagues with kindness and respect and get along. We are a family. So, and they have to have the honesty and they have to have a belief in themselves and have courage to be able to see what is wrong and what is right and make the right decision. But above all, they are there to dazzle the clients.
And I know we've touched on this a little earlier in this interview, but what type of people are you looking for to work at Lifescience Dynamics?
We are looking for varied kind of people, but first and foremost, number one is they have to have a highest ethical moral standards. That's given. Secondly, we are looking for people who have both left and right brain, both logical and analytical, but also creative and abstract thinking. People who look ordinary, act ordinary, but they do extraordinary job for their clients. Humble, down to earth, next door neighbor. People who have a passion for science, but want to unlock the passion for science to help humanity. People who have a deep curiosity, who are independent thinkers, who don't take an answer, and they have to do their own investigation and triangulate an answer rather than be given an answer.
And why should people work for Lifescience Dynamics?
We transform people's life forever. This is one of the most important decisions a fresh PhD graduate or master would make in his or her life. The amount of experience that we give in a very compressed and short time is absolutely mind-boggling. The reason for that is there's a lot of empowerment, and they get very quick responsibility very early on, and they are working on some very, very strategic projects for world's top 20 pharmaceutical companies. And thereby the knowledge exchange between the pharma company and our team is at hyper velocity, and it is compressed. So that's one. Secondly is job satisfaction. We are bringing some innovative therapeutics to the market that will be a game changers. Thirdly is about the company culture. We are very supportive, collaborative culture, very diverse. We have over 15, 16 languages spoken within the company. When the Black Lives Matter came, we were doing it from day one. We have people from all walks of life. There was a question. I went to a recruitment fair, and there was a question by one of the person from the interview. She asked at the end of my presentation, "Do you hire lesbian?" I've never been asked that question, and for 30 seconds I was frozen. I didn't know how to answer that question because that wasn't a question that I would expect, and there was an audience. And I then realized, I said, look, we are gender blind, we are religion blind, we are blind for whatever sexual preference you have. As long as you're good and you're world class, you would succeed at Lifescience Dynamics. And that person really liked the answer, and she did accept the job.
So, Rafaat, I wonder if you can tell me, to what extent would you say every employee in the company feels listened to, and the extent to which you take their views and opinions in mind when making company-wide decisions?
Absolutely. It's very important that we as a leadership team, or me as the CEO of the company, listen to everybody's concern and wishes and ideas. And in our company, we have a policy: no idea is bad idea. And if anybody comes with an idea, if the idea has a good merit, it has been implemented. There are many, many examples of that. In terms of listening to the employees, we do annual survey of the great places to work. We are certified by them. And after that survey, we do take actions to the feedback. Apart from that, we also have participated Vault ranking, where this is an organization that benchmarks all the consulting firms. And over the last few years, we have done consistently very well in the Vault for diversity, for inclusivity, and for career development and early opportunities. In terms of other ways to listen to employees, whenever we do have mid-year planning or annual planning or town hall meeting, we would send out the questions, would ask the team to submit question anonymously to the HR, so that I can, as a CEO or as a leadership team, can address those questions. But apart from these formal methods of listening, we are always there to listen to anybody what concern, and we will take action. It's not just about having a lip service, but we do take action, and everybody's opinion matter, and we take that very seriously.
And to what extent would you say that anyone in the company is encouraged to take initiative and do things rather than being told what to do? So, to what extent are they given that empowerment, autonomy and freedom, would you say?
So one of the core value of the company is entrepreneurial company, and that means empowerment. And it means that people have to take, people who want to take initiative absolutely are welcome. And if you look at some of our engagement managers or consultants, they have taken a wide variety of internal initiatives. These could be things with proposal writing, or it could be with a white paper, or doing a presentation at a marketing conference, or doing a webinar or blog. Absolutely.
Then, Rafaat, you come across as being someone who's very genuine. You were talking earlier about the importance of displaying high integrity and moral standards, and you expect that from your employees as well. To what extent would you say you reach out to executives individually and actually establish personal connections with all your employees?
Given the companies, I try, both me and my wife, we try our best to reach out to individuals and connect. As the company has grown, it has become a bit difficult, especially people who are on the Pacific time zones and people who are in Northern America. But here in the UK, we have tried very hard to know the full family of the employee, their partners, their wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, moms and dad, and the kids, and to remember everybody's name. And so we are a family company. We are very much thrive in that.
And I want to just touch on learning and growth. And I wonder if you could tell me how you feel the company supports professional development and career growth.
First and foremost, we as a company are committed into investing in people. And not this is because of the financial reason of good workers and return. It's because of altruistic reasons. I personally feel very much helping youngsters to learn and grow and prosper, whether they're our employees or not our employees. That's just philosophically where I am. So with that view, we have 2 global training weeks in January and in July. Apart from those global learning weeks, we also have lunch and learns. We also have individual training budgets. We also do on-the-job training, and then rotation and pairing and partnership with another seasoned consultants or engagement manager. So there are a number of ways we are doing it. But overall, the company, we have a culture of sharing knowledge, because there is no metrics of promotion based on either somebody is holding information or not sharing information. So it's much more open thing. So each other will help each other. So that is also happens on the peer-to-peer learning.
Excellent. And in terms of working mothers and flexibility at work as well, for busy mums, how does the company support employees to actually balance those demands of motherhood with those of their work?
We are a family company, and we really want to embrace all those young moms. And one of the ways we do it, first and foremost, we are very flexible. We allow the flexibility in terms of flexible working hours for moms. The other thing is, after 2 years of working, we have opted for enhanced maternity benefits in the UK. And again, as a company, as equality and fairness, and the same maternity benefits are available to US and Canada, where the laws are very, very different than compared to UK. So in terms of moms, we are very, very open and flexible to make sure that they prioritize the family first and the job comes second.
Now, we touched on earlier some of the fun sides of Life Science Dynamics, and you talked in detail about the off-site retreats like Cape Cod and Bodrum in Turkey. What other aspects or of, say, social interactions do you encourage, and fun, celebrations, anything like that?
Again, as a human company, we try to celebrate all those special moments. So let's talk about first about the religious events. So usually we have the Diwali party. We'll get people in the and we get together. We will have very soon Eid al-Fitr get together in the office. So we do those celebrate those celebrations. First religious celebrations. Then we also have if anybody gets engaged. So we have bridal shower when the baby arrives. We do a baby thing as well for wedding, as we have done, and we do. And when people were in the office environment, we used to get cake and a card for that. But apart from that, there's a special events that we do. We also get together. So like a Christmas jumper day, we will get together and get the foods and stuff. But the really highlight before pandemic was the end of the year Christmas party. We really go out of the way to do an amazing Christmas party. That's something that can remain memorable for lifetime memory. And we are very much focused on creating memories in that way. So apart from these events, the main focal event this year, again, we will be having a Christmas party because I'm hoping there's no lockdown anymore.
I think we all are, absolutely. And so, Rafaat, I understand, at the end of projects with your clients, you get feedback from them on their experiences with the individuals that they've worked with within the organisation. What would you say is the sort of feedback you are receiving from clients? Why do clients choose to work with Life Science Dynamics?
So as my role of CEO or president or head of the company, I have the opportunity to talk to hundreds of clients. In over 18 years, I have spoken to many of them. And if I try to isolate the things that they are talking about, they're putting things in broadly 3 buckets or 3 sections. First and foremost, they say, Rafaat, I love to work with Life Science Dynamics because your people are nice. They're decent, they're sincere, they're genuine. They feel my pain, they're empathetic. We feel your team is extension of my team. And they are responsive, they get the answer done. If they don't have the answer, they will get it. The answer we can trust. The result they can trust. So that's about people. The second thing they say is what they like is working with us. We are able to connect the dots. So what? What now? What does it matter? Why and why and why? And what are the trends? And what trends are really going to stick in the future? Those kind of things, it comes from people, that intellectual capital of our people and their training and background, that they do not take any answer. They have to be really scrutinize everything and make sure it's a waterproof answer. So that's second. So commercial implications in that. The third is the delivery. So delivery, first of all, the reports are intuitive, self-explanatory, graphical, really impactful, really moves their thinking forward. But also it's easy to digest. It's packaged in a nice way and it's wrapped if you think of a gift, it's done in a nice package. And there people come back again, and they do it with a smile. They do it, they find it is effortless working with us. There is no tension, there is no pressure. So they do it with a smile, and they're proud of it. So in summary, it is our people, which is service level, responsiveness. Secondly, commercial implication. And third, the delivery of the reports, which are graphical and intuitive.
Excellent. And so what I'd like to do finally is round up our interview by asking you some short answer questions just to get to know you a little bit more. And these are going to be fun questions as well. They're not serious. So I really want top of the mind answers to these. So first of all, if you could recall someone from the past, who would you bring back? It could be a scientist, it could be an inventor, a writer, an artist, or a politician. Who would you recall from the past?
I would recall, because I'm very much technology focused, future looking guy, I would recall Isambard Kingdom Burnell. He made the Great West train in the UK. Many people might not know him outside the UK. Please go and study him. And Sir Isaac Newton.
Excellent. And what year would you visit if you had a time machine?
I would go back to 1995, because that's the year my dad passed away, and unfortunately I wasn't there. I would like to say thank you to him, and unfortunately I couldn't be there at that time because I was doing an MBA here.
I'm sorry to hear that. And on a brighter side, what kind of reality show would you appear in?
Given that I like business a lot, I haven't invested in other business than Lifescience Dynamics, I would very much like to go to like a Dragon's Den or a Shark Tank.
And who's your favourite dragon in the den at the moment, would you say?
I don't have any favorite dragons, but I do like that there are some. Sometimes I like some people who go against the crowd.
Okay. And who is your favourite or was your favourite sports person?
Growing up in in 70s, I was very much impressed with Muhammad Ali. Mm-hmm. What he achieved. Then in later years, I got into tennis because of Bjorn Borg, and I was very much impressed by what he achieved in a tennis. I still play tennis today.
Excellent. And moving on and looking at food and cuisine, what would you say is your favourite cuisine?
My favorite cuisine would be cuisine from Mughlai cuisine, original authentic Mughlai cuisine from Old Delhi. Mm-hmm. So within that, it's very spicy. It takes a long time to prepare. So
okay.
Yeah, that would be.
And then what would be your second favourite or third favourite?
The second favorite would be Thai. Again, very spicy. Really enjoy Thai food. And the third would be Sichuan cuisine from Central China.
Excellent. Quite a variety there. And if you were an animal, what animal would you choose to be?
I would think I would be a horse.
And why a horse?
Because horse never tires. I mean, I'm a workaholic, and I think I can relate to just having that stamina and just going at it and not giving up.
And as a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I really dreamed to become a pilot. Initially, fighter pilot. Then I wanted to become an airline pilot. And then that's why I did my first 2 years of engineering in aerospace engineering.
Excellent. Have you still got ambitions to become a pilot?
I have flown planes, small Cessna planes and things like that. But no, I don't have ambitions to become a pilot anymore.
And do you wish you had more money or more time?
Definitely more time.
And why?
I would like to do more things. I think the life is too short, world is too small. And while we are here, we would like to make an impact on the humanity.
And can you describe yourself in 5 words or adjectives?
It is a difficult one, but I would say that I am first and foremost honest. I try to be hardworking, compassionate, kind, and creative.
Excellent. And what legacy would you want to leave?
I would like Lifescience Dynamics to survive me and continue to grow. And I'm working very hard to do that.
And what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered that I was a good father, that I was a good husband, that I was a good family man, and that above all, I was a compassionate entrepreneur.
And then just some very quick yes or no questions. Are you an only child?
No, I belong to a large family with 7 brothers, one sister.
And how much fun was that?
That was a lot of fun, but also argument. Big.
So you understand the family culture.
Yes.
Can you cook?
Yes, I can cook.
Would Aisha agree with that?
Yes, I think she would agree that.
Have you ever sung in front of a crowd?
No.
Why not?
I'm a terrible singer.
Do you have a sweet tooth?
Yes, I love my sweeties.
Okay. And have you ever been on TV?
No, I haven't been on TV.
Would you like to be on TV?
Yeah, why not?
And do you play an instrument?
No.
Would you like to play an instrument? And if you did, which one?
I would play piano because it's calming.
And do you exercise?
Yes.
And what's your favourite exercise or leisure activity?
My favorite leisure activity is playing tennis. Then doing in summer now doing biking.
Yeah.
But other leisure activities are gardening.
Excellent. Well, they're all my questions for today, Rafaat. Is there anything else you want to add which perhaps I haven't asked you that you think might be useful? Either about yourself or about Lifescience Dynamics as a company, or information you think would be useful for people who might be considering what type of company they would like to join? Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say that if you are looking to join a company which can change your and transform your life, you should consider Lifescience Dynamics. Here, the opportunities are immense, and we give you early exposure to very, very high strategic projects. And in terms of growth, learning opportunity is compressed in a very short time. We're working with the world's global best pharma companies with a really caring and nurturing culture and beyond ordinary benefits.
Excellent. Well, I've really enjoyed interviewing you today, Rafaat. So finally, I'd just like to say thank you very much.
Angela, thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking to you as well.
Excellent.